As far as American cars go, I've always been a Chevy guy. I grew up with old GM products, so I've always been a little bit partial to them. But lately, I keep finding myself falling in love with Fords. Meet my new daily driver, 1996 Ford Ranger XLT, and it is my undisputed pick for the best daily driver you could have. I'm going to tell you why. So everyone knows the Ranger is a good truck. Since its release in 1983, it's been loved by owners all over the world. So a lot of you guys saw my review on the Chevy S10. Obviously the Ranger and the S10 were direct competitors. Now this 1996 Ford is clearly from a different generation of trucks than a 1990 Chevrolet. But it's amazing to me just how different they actually are. The S10 feels like a car, powered by a 4.3 liter Vortec engine. It's pretty fast and it actually handles pretty well. The Ranger is on the other side of the spectrum. It feels like a truck. Granted, a small truck, but you don't feel like you're driving a car by any means. Even on the tiny factory wheels, you still sit pretty high off the ground. It's slow to accelerate, it's got a lot of body roll, but you don't buy a Ranger for fast acceleration or killer handling. You buy it because it's a good, solid, reliable truck. So this particular model comes with a 3 liter V6 and a 5-speed transmission. And so the clutch is really light. You do have to move your foot a long way to fully depress the pedal, and the shifter is also a pretty long throw as well, but not anything you wouldn't expect from a 90s truck. Believe it or not, I've actually got back seats. These are wonderful because nobody wants to sit in them, but you can absolutely transport people if there's an emergency. But you're never gonna have to be the designated driver because they are pretty small. This truck is shockingly quiet, which is great for long trips, and the stock speakers are actually pretty good. And being a 90s vehicle, they're also really easy to access and replace. The head unit is about what you'd expect. Obviously you can't plug your iPhone into it, but it's a typical double-din size, so it's really easy to put something nice in there. With it being as quiet as it is, I do wish it had a tachometer. Obviously you learn the vehicle as you drive it, but I don't know, having a tach is always nicer than not having one. AC also works, which is nice in an older car. What's really special about this truck is that it doesn't try to be anything that it's not. It's a good little truck that'll get you where you're going reliably. It doesn't have to be flashy, it doesn't have to be huge, it just does what it does really well. With over 200,000 miles on it, this truck just keeps on kicking. Unlike any of the other cars I've ever owned, I really don't feel the need to modify it. I mean, sure, maybe I'll put some bigger tires on it and upgrade the radio, but I'm happy with this being how it is. Those of you that follow us here at the Left Pedal know of my Datsun. And the reason I haven't been able to make much progress on the Datsun lately is because I've always, for whatever reason, had 2 project cars. I'm changing pace now though. I've got a lot of big plans for the Datsun, and I really don't think that there's a better daily driver I could have than this little Ford Ranger. I know every time I get in it, it's going to start up, I know everything's going to work, and it's going to get me where I need to be. As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the Left Pedal. We come out with new car stuff almost every week, and I will see y'all next time.